Hi folks, Aaron here from Aaron's Practical Reviews. This video is going to be focused on the picture profile editing on the Canon 90D. And if you are not familiar or used to editing your picture profile, you're really missing out on a way to manipulate the image on the screen here. Not only for video, but for photos. Now for photos, it's not as important as it will be in video, because in photos you can always take the Lightroom and other, Photoshop and stuff like that and make these adjustments after the fact. But in video, it gets really cumbersome to take it through all the software and make the edits and stuff. So Picture Profile Editor, not only does it allow you to make changes in camera on the fly, but it also allows you to create your own picture profile on your computer, which I'm going to show you how to do here based off a raw file. You need a raw file for this. So it's very simple though, and you just need a little bit of software. And so let me show you how to make the initial changes to your picture profiles here, and then we'll get into the computer aspect of it and how to actually create your own custom profile. You can create up to 3 of them and then transfer it onto your camera and then use it on your camera for your videos or your photos. Okay, it's really cool. But first, let's start here. So the first step we have to do here is to find the picture profiles. And the way we're going to do that, we have 3 ways to get to it. First, the Q over here, that will bring it up, and it's over here, this little box. The other way is to hit this one down here. Hit that Q on the screen, and you can find it. And then the last thing you can do is hit Menu, and on the camera icon, go to the 3rd folder and go down to Picture Style. Okay, so you can get to it those 3 different ways. Picture profile, there you go. Now in here you can select the different profiles. So I go to Fine Detail, that's the one I typically use 90% of the time. And once you've selected the one you want, like I like Fine Detail, you're going to go to Info Detail Settings right there. Now right here you can make changes to these specific categories in the actual pictures. You can increase the sharpness or decrease it. Okay, contrast and saturation makes huge difference for skin tones. I can tell you that from experience. So for example, if I get a little sunburn and I up the contrast, I'm going to look like a tomato on my videos. So just so you know. But these are things you're going to want to play with depending on your lighting and where you're at to set up the picture that you want based on whatever one here you prefer. Okay. So in here, if you go through, you see portrait, monochrome, which is basically black and white, faithful, all these different ones. And then you come down here, 1, 2, and 3. These are your user created profiles. This is really cool. This is something you will actually create on the computer, which I will show you here in a minute. You create it on the computer, you hook your camera up to it, and you actually transfer that onto your camera, that picture profile that you created on your computer, and you can use it. That's really cool. Now, let's get into these customs on the computer. Let me show you how you make them and what you need to do that. First thing you need to do is take a photo of the setting you want to adjust and make sure that you have the raw file set up like you see right here. Go into your camera, change this setting right here to raw plus JPEG, and put this in a folder so you can use it in a couple minutes, because we're going to need that raw file. Okay, so step 1 is we have to get the actual software. So what we're going to do is go to the Canon website, Canon 90D, and we're going to look for drivers and downloads. Now what you need to get here is right here, the Picture Style Editor. So we're going to get the updated version of the Picture Style. And once we have this, edit the raw file of the picture you just took. And now remember that file I showed you to get earlier, the raw file for Picture Profile Editor. We're going to take this, the studio sample. It's going to pull it up. And there it is. So now that we are in here, we can make the adjustments to this. And this is where it will actually save the adjustments you make here, from colors to all of this. And we'll export it onto, first we'll save it and then we'll export it onto the 90D. So once we're in here, now here's something that I like to do for studio. I don't like to make it extremely sharp with this head on. Do I like it really contrasty? No, because see what it does to your face there? Now me being a little bit older, I'm going to take the contrast down actually just a little for this exact, let's see, so there's middle. Right there, take it down a little. Color saturation, I'm still a little red there. So I might, yeah, but I like the colors around. So I'm going to leave it there. So now it is a touch red. So I can see, I'm going to pull the red down just a hair. So here's the differences I made. And you can see here, just to take a little bit of the red off, dulled it down a little so I'm not quite as shiny. It's just a smoother, slightly smoother image. So I'm going to take this file and I'm going to say save picture style file. Okay, and the file name here, you know, whatever you want. I'm going to go Studio Smooth. There you go. Studio Smooth. Down here, just whatever you want to, makes face younger. Pretty awesome, huh? Save. That's a very mild example of what I could do. Now let's get a little drastic here. Okay, let's go to Tool Palette. You can go crazy. You can take the saturation, pull it. Saturation, pull it. Saturation, pull it. Leave the blue, pull that. So let's save this. This is a crazy one, but let's just save it for the heck of it. I'm just showing the extremes you can go here. All right, that's good. So open picture, save, blue only. So literally only blues will show up in this. I mean, I'm just showing you the extremes you can go. And this here caption is blues only color, whatever. Okay, save. And there you go. So we've got those saved. So now that we've done that, we're going to hook the camera up to the computer and transfer it. Those picture profiles saved that we've created, we're going to hook up the 90D to the computer and turn it on. And once you turn it on, the EOS utility will kick on. Now, I'm going to assume that you've downloaded all of the correct software, which is basically the EOS utility and the picture profile, like I showed you there. So here we go into camera settings, register picture style file. So user one, let's come in here. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go to user 2. I'm going to delete that. So user 1, I'm going to come to this, and I remember where I saved it. There you go. So now here we have blue only and Studio Smooth. I'll put blue only in. Double click it. And there it is. It just saved it. Okay, now I'm going to do the same exact thing for user defined 2. And that's it. It is now going to be saved in here. When we go through that process that I showed you, hit the Q, go to your picture profile. Okay, now I'm going to hook it up and record with it and show you what it looks like with the blues only, which should be really bizarre, and with the other one, the Smooth Studio. This is really bizarre. I'm just showing you the extremes of which you can manipulate the image on here in camera or with the picture profile editor. This is kind of the crazy stuff you can do, creating your own profiles. And you're only limited by your own imagination. Now let me go to the other one that I made that will look a lot better than this. So this is the other one that the whatever smooth, where it's designed to make my face look smoother, and I kind of took some of the red out of my face. What this does is it allows you to fine tune it exactly to what you like within the parameters of the program. It gives you a lot more freedom to make the adjustments, and that's what you're looking for, is unlocking all the potential in your camera and your creativity to make everything look the way you want it. That's why you pay the big bucks for these nice cameras. So if you're not using this software and these profiles and the in-camera adjustments, you're really missing out on a nice opportunity to really customize your experience with the camera and to make images exactly how you want it, as you know, being somebody who's creative. So that is it. Look, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helps you out and helps you unlock the potential of the 90D a little bit more. And subscribe and have a fantastic day.